Hello guys, how are you? I hope everybody is fine. Today we are going to build our special dish. Today's special dish section is what we are going to build today. In our previous video we have done our home screen and also our navigation bar and home. So that is it. So for those of you who hasn't watched our previous video, I recommend you to go and watch the previous one. It was very interesting, and as we can see, it's very nice looking. So now let's go to our today's special dish. This is the section we are going to build today. So inside our section now, today's special dish, we have the icon, this icon from boss icon. We have our title. This is the today's special dish. We have our title. We can see that the special dish is in green, so we use the spawn tag for it. And at the above side we have a thick line. If you can see at the above side of our title, left and right, you can see that we are having a line, a thick line at the left and right. And when I'm putting the cursor, you notice that the color change is just a small trick we use there. So I will show you how to do it, and it will be nice like that. So for the next one, what are we going to do? You can see that after that one, right under our title, we have our marquee. What marquee is standing for? Marquee tag is non-standard HTML element. We causes text to scroll up, down, left or right automatically. So basically is what a marquee does. It slides our text from left to right or from the top to down. So that's what it does. And you can see that we have a little text inside a marquee which is displaying actually. And you can see that we said today's special dish will be available only in restaurant, no order will be taken. Thank you. So that is it. So we are going to display it. We are going to show you how to do it. And right after our marquee, we are having our slider section. Slider section is what we are having under. And inside our slider section, we are having our arrow, this arrow left and this arrow right. And also inside our slider, we are having also an image. You see that you have various images which are sliding with a text under. You have also the image details, which are the image details, the name, the price, the stars. I will show you how to design the stars, and the how can I say, the heart. And you can see that when we click on the heart, we see that the number increase. When I click on it, it increase. When I click on it, it increase. So this is what I'm going to teach you today, how to add a like to what you have choose, and that is it. So basically is what we are going to do today. We are going to design the section. We put the slider with the images. We show you how to make it slide. We put the details. We show you how to put a like on it, and that is it. And another thing, I think, okay, that's all for today. So from there, let's start. So that you can see that also is responsive. So let's go to our one. This is what we have built last time. So section, and the section ID will be today food. That will be the ID. And right after the section, we put a div dot class, no, not dot class, the div dot food title. So inside a food title, we put two buttons. That is what I was telling you. Those two lines, they are buttons. is buttons tag I have used to make those two lines at the left and right. So that is what we are going to do now. We are going to put the button, which will be button. Let's see. So we are going to put the button tag. Inside the button tag, we put an ID. We put an ID today button, and inside right after the button, we put our icon. As you can see here, we put class. I showed you in the last video how to get the icon. So this one we just go straight forward, type it so that we can go faster. So that is it. So let's go and see what is going on. So okay, we can see that our icon is here in the corner. Here we have our icon. So what we do rather is I will just give a white for it so that it can go to the top. I will go not a white, I will give a high so that we can see it better. So 1 minute, I will just go to the CSS, and from here there I'll just comment. As I always advise you, you have to comment all the time our code. So here is, we just put today food, so that is it. And I will quickly give to today food a hide, just to allow everybody to see what we are doing, because as it's on the way it is, I'm not sure that everybody can see. So that is it. Today food, I will just give a height of it of, let's say 100 VH. That is it, and I think that from there we can be more. Okay, so now we can see what is going on. So let's be here. Okay, so now from here we can see actually that we can see clearly what is going on. The icon is there. So as the icon is there now, let's go back to, I've forgotten, we always have to comment our code. Food. So is what is no, it's not supposed to be there. Okay, so now everybody now can see what is happening. Okay, so that is it. We have our button, we have our icon. So now we are going to put our tests. Our first test is today. The first word is today. It's capital letter. Is today, and we have a span. I explained to you already how to use the span. If you want more explanation, kindly go to our previous video. You can see what we have done already. So that is it. So inside our span tag, we just put food, food title, and we put the special dish and this special dish. So that is it. And right after the span tag we put another button. I explained to you what the button we are using the button for, because the button represents the two lines at the both sides, left and right. So we have put the first button tag at our left, so we are going to put the second one at our right. So it's what we are going to do now. So we are going to put it, we are going to do button, and inside a button we give an ID of, inside the button we just give an ID of today button 2. So that is it. So you have finished. Now the title, this one we have set it already. So now what you are going to do, we are going to our marquee. So we are going straight to our marquee, and inside our marquee, before we just put a div tag, we put a div tag inside our marquee. What do? We just remove the behavior, direction, we set everything by ourselves. So first of thing we do, I'll just put all the style here. Background color be -1, and after the loop we set our scroll amount. Our scroll amount will be 5. Our scroll amount will be 5, and we will give a wide of we'll give a wide of 100%. So that is it. So right after that, what are we going to do? We are going to put our text inside our marquee tag. So we just put today special this. Okay, let me just copy it and paste it there. It will be to help us to move forward quickly. So we just paste it here. So that is it. Okay, so you can see that our marquee is working perfectly. Our title is there. So now let's go to our CSS size to style our title and our marquee. So is what we are going to do now. We are going to style them. So first thing we are going to do, we are going to style our title. So inside our CSS folder we just put dots. I ask you what the dot stand for in CSS. So dots full title. The full title, we have a text, we put a text align the center. After the text align center, we put the font size. The font size, we beginning for the font size 25 PS. That is what you are going to do. Font size, the font family will be font family. We give the font family a rubric. I like rubric font family, it's very nice. And a font weight, so that it will be more visible. Our today food, we design our today food, which will be today food. No, we are having that tag already. So what we do, we just put it at the top. Today food, we give a color. No, the today food we give a white. It's better because it's too. We give a white to it. The white will be 100%. That is it. And when we come to the food title, we have finished with the food title. Now we are going to do our display update, which is our marquee, the display update, the marquee inside the display update div tag. So we are going to work on it. So we use dot display updates, no update, margin we give from margin left 33 rem. What do we do again? We give a margin right of 33 too, and from there we give a font family. Our font family here will be rather Macondo, that is it. And display update, we give a color of gray, I think. Yes, let me see. We give a color of gray. Okay, we give a color gray. That's it. So as you can see, our title start looking a little bit like what we have here. So we are moving forward. Now we are going to style our button, the one we can put at the left and the right. So what we do is we use today button, and we call the second one today button 2, and we give a white of the white of 100%. The white of 100%, we give a display flex to it. We give align item center. As you can see now, we have the button at the top and we have the button down. So let me see. The display flex, align item center. Let's see what. No, it's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be down. Okay. It's not supposed to be like that. The button, we rather just give to the button a wide of 200 pieces. That is it. I was doing a little mistake before, so that you just give a wide for it. You can see that now we are having our button left and right. That is okay. That is good. It's good. So now we are going to work on our, let me see, I think that's all for the title. Okay, the color, we can see that for our title this color is green, is a deep green, so we are going to apply the same color to it. We are going to do the same thing here. We are going to apply that deep green to the color here. So you can see now, you can see that our tests are displaying very nicely. And okay, so this is what we are going to do. We are going to put a color to a special dish. You guys don't worry, you can see that the title is too much at the top. So when we are going to make it responsive, we push it down. You can see that when the one we have already be is very responsive, you can see that the title is down, everything is well done. So when you are going to make it responsive, it will look like the same thing. For now, let's use it like that. So the next things we are going to do now is we are going to give a color to the special dish. So we are in our CSS. So let's see which tag. Special dish, you have today title. So the today title. Okay, so we are going to give the color to it. So we just put today title. Today green. Why it's not changing? Today title. Today. No, it's food title rather. It's food title, not today title. Food title. So now you can see, as you can see, our color has changed. It's green now. So nicely. So you can see now we have our test as the same thing, the today, the special dish, and our marquee test, same thing like what we have here. Okay, so now guys, we are moving to the next step. We are moving forward. And what are we going to do now? Now we are going to do our post, our direction. Our direction, what does it mean? Our direction here, you can see that we have one arrow at the left, and we have another arrow at the right. So we are going to set them inside our direction tags. So we said not a tag, a div tag, class direction. So it's what we are going to do. So let's go, and we are going now we are going now to do our slider, our arrow left and right, and the text, the image detail and all that stuff. So let's go and let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, we are here. So what are we doing now? As I told you, we are going now to set a div tag with a class direction. Inside our class direction, the first thing we are going to do, we are going to set our icon, arrow icon, the left one. So is what we are going to do now. So we just put class, yes, left arrow, alt, and proof. I'll just give a proof to it, another class, and that is it. You can see guys that our arrow is there pointing to the left direction. So now what are we going to do? We are moving forward. We are going now to do a post. We now create a div class post. Sorry, first of all, it won't be post, but we put a post wrapper, which will be post wrapper 2 before we come and post our post. So inside our post wrapper, we'll be having, sorry guys, we're having a div class post, Okay, so and just right after the post, you will put our right icon, arrow icon pointing to our right. So we just change here to right. Right. Okay, so you can see that our second arrow has appeared here, so pointing now to the right direction. So that is it. So let's now set our images, our slider. So first things we are going to do here, we are now going to put our post. So the post, inside our post, we'll be having what? Inside our post, we're having an image source. The image source will be image bar. Our first image will be chicken. As you can see, our chicken image has appeared here. So we put for the and right after our chicken image, you'll be having the details. So we set a div class details. Inside our div class details, we having now another div class details sub. Please, if you have any questions, put your questions inside the comments and I will answer you. And if you want also the full code of what we are building, is available on the company website, which is baddestcode.com. I will leave the link under the description so that you people can go there and get a full code. Is free, so that you can use it for anything you want to use it for. So that is it. We are forcing ourselves to make everything free for people who are following us. So feel free also to donate, because on the website too there's a section to donate. Feel free to donate to support us, because we are not selling in to have any income to support our developers. So please, anytime we are dropping the videos, you follow us, subscribe, share, and feel free to donate something just to support it. Anything is welcome. Like as small artists, just to support us, it give us the courage to continue. It helps us a lot to find the necessary resources to give you the best of us, the best tutorial we can give you, so that you can learn fast. So that is what you. So thank you. So let's go. Details subs. Inside our detail sub, you will be having what? We have our span tag class product title. So we put the span tag there. Inside that span, we'll be having a class product title. Inside our product title, we'll be having chicken and macaroni. So that is it. Chicken and macaroni. Let's see if you have respect everything. Okay, so inside our product title, we'll be having, okay, now we put, let me see if everything I'm doing is right. I'm gonna put this in at the top. Let me see if everything I'm doing Okay, the next section we are going to do, not in the next step you are going to take, we are going to set our stars. If you can see there's many stars here, so we are going to set them and put color on some and leave some. So I'm going to show you how to go about it. So now what we are going to do, we are going to put this. So we put a div. Inside that div we will put our stars I class bs star color, and we close it. Let me see, let's scroll down. As you can see, we have our title under here, we have our 1 star here. So what we are going just to do, we are going to copy it and paste it 4 times. So we just 1 2 3, so we have four of them. As you can see them, they are aligned. That is our 4 stars. So that is it. And what are we going to do? You can see that I have added another class to every icon tags, which is color. So as we are going to copy our post many times, there are the color, I will remove the color from some of the stars icon tag. So it's what I'm going to do, and you understand soon why I'm going to do that. So the post is here. So we are going to, let me see, no, not yet, because we haven't finished setting all the details. So let me see. Okay, the next step of it is what we are now going to do. What we are now going to set a detail sub 1. That detail subs 1 we hold our price, our icon hat, the icon, to give a like to it, and we give also the number of like which has been how to say it, the number of likes the product has received. So that is it. So we are going to put under here a div dot details sub 1. So that is it, and we are going to do a span class price, which is we put a dollar sign on it, which is $20. It's not quite expensive for a chicken and macaroni. Okay, the chicken too looking nice. Ref. Oh, now we are giving a div class. Sorry, a div dot hat likes. Inside our div class hat like, we'll be having icon of what? Icon class bs hat. I'll put another class to it, and I'm going to close it. So that is it. So let me see. Okay, so under you can see that we have our, you can see now that we have our title, our star, our chicken price, the hat, and the icon, hat icon, and the direction icon pointing to the right. So that is it, guys. Right after that, let me see. What let's see here. We have our title, the stars, we had the number. Okay, so we are going to set now the number of like the food has received. So what you are going to do is simple, very simple. We are just going to create a div. To create a div, like number class likes number, and we put 20. So you can see that the 20 appear. That is it. So straightforward. Next step, I think that we have finished, because now we have everything. One minute, guys, I'm just trying to check if I have respect everything. If I've done everything I'm supposed to do. Okay, guys, I think that everything has been set properly. So let me put okay. And paste. So as you can see now, we have finished setting our image and the details. All the image are there in the details. So if you have copy, you have set the various name to it. So now we are going now to style them. So is what we are going to do. So we'll be going now to our style CSS to style them. That's what we are going to do now. So first thing we are going to take is the direction. Direction. That's it. In the direction we have a width of 100%. 100%. We will give a display flex as usual. Display flex. After the display, we make align item center. So that direction dot post wrapper 2, which will be a wide of 80%, a margin of 0 ps auto, and we also give a high to it of 400 ps on overflow hiding, and a margin top of 30 ps. After working on our post wrapper 2, we go to our post now. So you work our post, so we just copy this one, copy, and Control V dot post, and from there we do what we do: a display inline blog. After the display inline blog, we give a width of 100%, and what we do next thing we do after the width of 100%, we give a height to it. we give a height to it. Let me see, a height of 200. We give a height of 200 to it. I think 200 will be okay. Yes, we give the height of 200 to 200 ps, and we give a margin, the margin top 0 ps and 10 ps. So that is it for the moment. And now we are going to work on our arrow, a left and right. We are going to put .ness and .brief. We are going to give a font size of 30%, 30 ps, and we are going to give them a cursor pointer so that when we touch them, okay, the cursor can point. So that is it for the moment. You can see that our pictures are not nice looking, so we are going to work on them definitely. So right after that, we work on our image, because the image is not good looking. So we are going to work on our image, which we are giving which we are giving it 100%. We give 100%, the wide of 100%. We give a border radius to it for the moment, for the top and right. Yes. Let me see what. Let me just. Okay. I think the details at all. So now we are going to work on our. Okay. So we can see that our image are not nicely looking, but what you are going to do now, we are going to put our slick carousel. As I told you, we go quickly because I don't want to waste time. The video already is quite long, so I want to make it short. I will leave the carousel, the link for it, as I told you for the previous one. I told you I will leave the link inside the description. I'll do the same thing for this one too, so that you can have access to the carousel, the slick carousel, and also the responsive side too. So what I'm going to do, I'm just I think, okay, now you can see that as soon as I apply the slick carousel, which is here, this is what I copy here. You can see that is it. To the down, you can see they have started sliding. So now what are we going to do? You can see that our details under are still raw, so we are going to refine it, make it very nice. So let's go back to our CSS file, and from our CSS file, first thing we are going to touch is the like. We just do dot hat likes. We put a display flex. We put align item center, and justify content center. Arabic, and we give a border. Let's see if top right, have a border top right. This is left, just change it to right, and we just give to it 20 ps. Go down to do the same thing, copy, and we give this one left. You are not seeing anything right now, but I think that when we give a background color to it, it will be more visible. Actually, you cannot see the border, but when we give a background color to it, it will be more visible. So let's go. The next thing we are going to do is we give our heart likes dot likes. We give to them a cursor pointer, and we go straight to the details. To the details, what is going to happen? We just give display flex. From display flex, we give. I can see that the heart is not appearing. Don't know why. Oh, because I didn't give the height yet. Okay, because let's continue. Let's see if it's because of the height. The detail display. First, you do a justify content space around, and we just give a background color of RGBA, which will be 0. Let me see. 0 0 0 0.349. Okay, now you can see the heart 2 is appearing. The heart was in white color, is why it was not appearing. So that is it. So you can see also under, now you will give the same thing we have given at the top here to the no, it's supposed to be bottom. This one is bottom. So that is it. You can see that is nicely done. We are almost there. We are getting there. You can see that everything is set. Almost the same thing like the one we have here. So that is it. And we can see that our image top are not. So we are going to work on that one. Okay. So let's go back to our image. We have to give a border radius to our image. We have to give the border radius to our image. So we just give border radius right is 20 ps, and we repeat the same thing down. Border radius right, it's supposed to be top. This one is supposed to be top right, and top left 20 ps. So now you can see that our images now have a border radius, the top left and the top right. So that is it. So let's see. Okay, so another specification also, you can see that when you press on the arrow to, it helps us to move from left. Also the right one is working, the left one too, when you click on it, is working perfectly. So that is it. So I can break when you click on the left arrow, you will scroll all the images from left to right, so you can see the previous image. But when you come to the right one, you can see it. When you click on it, you can see the next batch of image. So that is it. So we are moving forward. That is it. I can see that we are almost done. So what is the next step for it now? The next step for it will be the responsiveness. Okay, so we are going to give a color to the stars. I have forgotten. So we give just dot color, and we give color gold. That is it. So you can see now that some of the stars has a gold color, some of them doesn't have. So I explained to you already. We just remove the colors, the color class from the color tag. We just remove it. The class, we just remove it from the tag. So you can see that in the icon tag here, we have only just two class. We have a color class for the first tag and another color class for the second tag, but the remaining one I have removed them just to apply the color to the stars we have choose. So that is. So what we are going to do now is we are just going to make it responsive, because now, as you can see, it's good looking here. But let's see when we put it on inspect, if is also looking the same. We can see right now. Okay, we can see that on the iPad is responsive, is looking nice, great. Let's see on the iPhone 12. Okay, so in the iPhone 12, this is the situation we are having. We can see that our menu is not aligned perfectly. So what we are going to do now, we are going to make it align perfectly by just reducing the width and the size of the item inside our menu. So is what you are going to do right now. So I will just leave it like that, so that you people can see perfectly what is happening. And now we are going to our media query. We will be going to our media query straight. We are in already. So first thing we are going to do, we are going to locate our title, our post. First thing, we will title. We are going to make the font size. The font size should be here 15 px, so that you can see it. Okay, you can see that the font size has reduced. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to work on the buttons. So we just take our buttons, our various buttons. Today Etienne, and we come to today Etienne 2, and the white will be 100%. Let's see. Okay, now you can see that it's perfectly aligned, and we will see another. Let me see, it's two at the top, the title is two at the top. Let me see how this one is looking. we can see that the title is at the down. So let's see. Okay, so our title is supposed to be small at the down compared to our own. Our own is at the top. So home, we just use home test, and we give a margin button for it of 100. Yes, let's see. Okay, so we just take our home test and we just give a margin button to it 100 ps, and now that is the result. So you people can see that it is perfectly what we are having here, the same thing. So we have finished with our today section. We have designed our title, and we are having a small challenge. The marquee is not displaying. Let me see what is happening. The marquee, I just noticed that the marquee is not displaying. Major query, so we will just set a display update, is what I was thinking about. We put a margin left of 10 rem, a margin right of 10 rem, and we put the font size will be the same. We can see that now is appearing and is okay. Now you can see now we are having our text displaying as the one we have built already. You can see the same thing. Okay guys, I think we have finished with our section. Now we are having a little problem with the marquee, which was not displaying. So we noticed that it's from our major query. We haven't set it inside our major query, so we went to do it. So we can see that it's nice and is perfectly aligned. Everything is in place, and the last thing we are going to add, as you can see, is a JavaScript function. We have to set a JavaScript function on it. So, and a little problem too I have noticed on our, we can see that the number and the heart are not aligned. So I'm going to do it right away. A font family, because we are not having the font family for it. Rubik, and just after the font family, we give a font size of 15 ps to it. So you can see that they are very well aligned now. So the next step you are going to take, when you click on the heart, you see it's not responding. So we are going to work on our JavaScript side. So we are going just to go and put a small function. So we just put here in our JavaScript the function. The function, we give the name to the function add likes. The function will have parameters of event e. Inside the function we give a variable like number equal to number parentheses event dot next element siblings, not sibling, is when dot inner test, and give now to the parameters the event, the dot inner test equal like number. Okay, so now we will apply that function to all our posts. So you have done it already. We have applied to all our posts here. So let's check if it's working. So our function there, we just apply to all our posts here. As you can see here, we just add it to the like tags. So we apply to all the posts and we apply that to the like tags, and let's see now if it's working. It's not. It means there's a problem on our JavaScript. Let's see where the problem is. Okay, I have forgotten to add the +1. Sorry, we are human too, so we do mistakes. So let's see how it's working now. Still, it's not working. It's not working. Let's select number a dot next element sibling inner test. Let's see if we have link our first link. It's not link. So after applying our function, this function, I have done a mistake, so I have rectified the add plus. We will go and link our JavaScript file to our HTML document. So I haven't done it, so I'm going to do it, and it will be just script source index.js. So now let's see how. So now it's working. Now you can see that as soon as I press it, it's working. So that is it for today, guys. So as you can see now, all our slider is working perfectly with all the necessary function. So that is it. Thank you for watching, and if you have a question, please drop in the comment section. And also, if you want the full code, I always say you go to baddestcode.com and you get all the full source code there. Is for free. And also I will ask you to donate to help our developers, because all the things we are dropping there is just for free. So we are not making it payable for anybody. That the little support from your side will be okay. So thank you very much, and see you for the next section, which will be the menu. We are going to design this menu, and this menu we design it, and our next section will